guys, WWE Fan Talk Show here, bringing you guys another unboxing. Today we have 3 out of the 6 figures from WWE Elite Series 99. And I think it's pretty mind-blowing that we've come this far in the Mattel Elite main line. I think it's insane that we have 99 Elite Series. Like, I think when I first got my discount code for Ringside Collectibles and I first started doing reviews with Ringside Collectibles products, it's probably like Elite Series 60 something maybe. I think that's when it was, which was like 3 or 4 years ago, I think it was. Leave it in the comments down below if you do know the details on that. But you can go to Ringside Collectibles, use discount code Tanner, TANNER, all caps, to save 10% at checkout. We usually do all 6 figures in the set, or depending on how many figures are in that specific series. But today I'd like to cut it in half and focus more on this specific series, just because like we're almost to 100, and I'd like to break down these specific figures. I don't feel like we've gotten a set this exciting in a while. I mean, the other series have been exciting, but for me personally, this one has so many cool components and different characters in it that I'm excited to get in hand and in person, especially with Brock Lesnar right here. So yeah, this is Elite Series 99. Also, make sure you go to Ringside Collectibles and check out some of their Black Friday sales. I believe it is the Black Friday 4.0 sale, I think, going on right now. But yeah, make sure to use discount code Tanner because you'll save 10% at checkout. So without further ado, let's get these figures cracked open right here, right now. So placing these 2 figures down first, I think we should get things started with Brock Lesnar right here. It is kind of glary, I do have the lights in the background, but is the overalls Brock Lesnar. And I was pretty curious because I felt like we got so many Brock Lesnars this year, and I'm not complaining about that. Every single Brock we've gotten so far has been phenomenal and is definitely in my top 10 favorite figures of the year. But I wasn't sure when they first announced Brock Lesnar and Elite Series 99 what it was going to be, if it was just going to be another Brock Lesnar or if it was going to be something completely different. And it is something completely different, and it's something brand new that we've been kind of, I don't know if people have been wanting this. I think this is something that we didn't know that we wanted until we saw it, and we're like, oh, we do need that. But this is very cool. Brock Lesnar in the overalls. There's the background right there. There is a chase in this set. It is the Brock Lesnar in the blue overalls. But I'm kind of digging I think this is like a grayish brown overalls. I think it's a little bit more realistic, I guess you could say. I'm not sure. And then we get some fists that come with Brock Lesnar. Nothing too much. That is one of my complaints sometimes with these figures, is that they come with so many different hands, and I can't keep track of all of them. I lose a lot of them a lot of the time. But we do get some fists right here. Can't go wrong with some fists. And then we do get the cowboy Brock Lesnar out of the package right here. Let's get a first look for you guys right there behind the camera. There's Brock Lesnar in that cowboy look with his overalls and his cowboy hat with the WWE Championship, looking freaking awesome. Just get a nice look at this Brock. It looks really cool. One thing that I love about this specific Brock Lesnar is that the entire upper torso looks like it's a brand new sculpt. To Brock Lesnar, it's super bulky. It looks awesome. I do think these pants are reused from the Dean Ambrose, which is totally fine, because why would you make a new sculpt when you could just use something that's perfectly fine for any figure that comes with pants, in my opinion. So there we do get the Brock Lesnar right here. He does come with a removable cowboy hat, and I'm not sure if we've seen this one before, if it is specifically sculpted or molded for this specific Brock Lesnar figure. But it does come with a cowboy hat, as well as a WWE Championship right here. And I believe this does signify his run. What was it? Was it earlier this year? He won the WWE Championship at day 1, and then he lost at the Royal Rumble, but then won it back in Saudi Arabia at the Elimination Chamber, I believe. So I'm not sure which specific run this is supposed to be, but it is a run from this year. And I think it's wild that we're getting a specific themed Brock Lesnar, or specific figure themed to this year this fast. I feel like we have to wait a year at least for something from that specific year, I would say. But we do get the WWE title right there with the Brock Lesnar side plates, which we have seen before with the Ultimate Edition, which you can pick up at Ringside Collectibles. Mine does seem to be a little dinged up, but it's fine. I have so many WWE titles that it's like, you know, it is what it is. It doesn't really bother me that much, but we do get the Brock Lesnar side plate, so very cool. And then we get the Brock figure right here, and he does come with a rubber band around his waist. And this is something I feel like everybody should kind of acknowledge, is that the rubber bands come in handy, believe it or not. I would say they come in handy. What in the world just occurred? Look at that. I just tried to pop the hand off and it like completely snapped off the peg right there. That is odd. Okay, clipped it back on, but yeah, that's not broken hand right there. Well, luckily I have some other hands that I could replace that with. But taking the rubber band off, I do think people should use these when they're displaying their figures. It makes it a whole lot more realistic, especially with the plastic. Like there's no weight on the plates for it to just lay on their shoulders. So if you tie it down connected to the wrestler, it's a little bit more realistic. That's my pet peeve, just because I own belts and I know what it's like realistically. So like when I see somebody posed up on a shelf, and this Brock came with the belt kind of already rubbered down like that, so it, you know, looks like that already. But usually the belt is kind of like popping up like that for the figures. So anyways, there's the Brock. See, kind of like that. There we go. If you rubber it down or you tie it down with a rubber band, then it's going to kind of hang down like that, which is cool. We did see this Brock Lesnar head sculpt a couple times this year with the Elite figure, and then I think we saw it with the Ultimate Edition. Maybe in a basic. I don't think we got it. I'm not sure if we got a basic Brock yet this year. And then we also got it with the Amazon exclusive, I believe. Or maybe it's not this head sculpt for Amazon exclusive. Leave it in the comments down below. But anyways, there's the ponytail. And I'm not sure if we have this, but it does look like there's a black hair tie. I don't know if we got that with the other Brocks. Did we get a black hair tie with the other Brock Lesnar's from this year? But yeah, a cool detail. We do get the tattoos as well as that dagger / knife kind of popping up through the shirt. I just realized that's interesting. So overall, really cool. Such a badass Brock Lesnar have in your collection. This is kind of something I've been waiting for, a promo attire Brock Lesnar. I don't feel like we've ever gotten a promo attire. I know we've gotten shirts, but we've never gotten like a Brock Lesnar in his farming outfit. Like that's just insane. Like they should release a tractor set where it comes with Brock Lesnar's overalls. Like I would buy that, instant buy, 100%. So Mattel, make a tractor and have Brock Lesnar come with it. Even if it's a SummerSlam one, don't include the SummerSlam Brock Lesnar with the shorts. Have him come with the overalls and call it the Brock Lesnar farming playset. Moving on. All right, moving on. Next, we do have Queen Zelina right here. I'm gonna be straightforward right here. I'm not the biggest women's figure collector. I do get all the women's figures just to have them, you know. But I just, there's so many pet peeves with these women's figures sometimes that it's just like they're not enjoyable, like to collect, in my opinion. Like I mean, I feel like we get somewhere with them and then we just kind of take a step back, like especially with the ankle pivot and the certain points of articulation. I feel like Jazzwares does a really good job at making the women's figures feel as durable as like the dude figures, which I understand men are a lot, you know, they're bigger than women, so like they got to make the women's figures smaller or whatever it is. Maybe that's their excuse, I'm not sure. But these figures do feel like not fragile, but just really small in the hand. I don't know. Maybe that's real to size. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's the plastic. I don't know. I could just be speaking out of my butt right now and just, I don't know. Leave it in the comments down below. Do you feel like there's like a quality issue with these Mattel women's figures? Because I feel like there is sometimes. Like I can already tell in this Queen Zelina figure, there's no ankle pivot, which kind of bothers me. Just with posing and stuff, it just makes the figure kind of stand awkward. But we're just going to have to check it out. See what's going on here. Good. Sweet. All right, so we got that. We recently got that King Shinsuke figure with the crown. I'd like to see a Baron Corbin, King Corbin. I don't think we got a King Corbin Elite. That would be cool to have. But we do have Happy Corbin here today. But here we have the Queen Zelina, and this is, I'm just taking a first look at it. I feel like this is the best Zelina Vega figure that we've gotten to date, hands down. I love the red gear with the white, with of course the red outlines. This does look awesome, and I do love the boot sculptor here with the wrestling shoes and the kick pads. I think that's great. There's some silver, and there's like I don't know how to explain this figure a whole lot, but it does look great. What is that, a spade? I don't know. I don't know my cards that well. I may sound like an idiot, but just leave it in the comments down below. When I mess up, leave it in the comments down below. Anyways, there's the crown right there. Look at the face sculpt, looking fantastic. There's the red coming up on top of the hair, kind of fading into the black, which looks great. I love that detail. I think the face sculpt definitely looks like Zelina Vega, so that's a plus right there. Looking great. And this figure actually does feel really good in the hand. It kind of feels like that Alexa Bliss we got. This does feel very good in the hand. I'm not lying. And then no ankle pivot. I don't really think that it affects this figure in particular, so I'm not sure, but this is actually a very nice women's figure. This might be like one of my favorite women's figures of the year, so I was talking it down at the beginning, but I'm actually pretty surprised by this figure. So very cool. We do get the double jointed elbows, can't leave that out, and then we also get some other posing looking hands. I'm not sure how to describe these. Queen hands. And then we do get her like staff right here, looking cool. It does look like it's a translucent plastic, so you could get that diamond at the top. So it's kind of see-through with the silver right here. Can't really, maybe you won't pick it up on camera, I'm not quite sure. But we do get some like goldish bronze details throughout. So very cool accessory, and you can have her hold that. Only bad thing about this is it might stretch out the hand if you want her to, if you don't want her to hold this, but I don't see why you would get this figure and not want her to hold the staff. I mean, it's the gimmick. So there's the Queen Zelina figure. Only thing that would have boosted this figure up a little bit more, in my opinion, is if it came with the women's tag team titles. And I know we're not really like that big on the women's tag team titles right now in WWE, but it would have been cool to get another one with this figure. So there we do get the Queen Zelina figure right here, looking fantastic. Now we're going to move on over here to Happy Corbin / Bum Corbin, which is interesting. There's a couple things that I have to point out about this figure. I'm kind of interested to get into it. Let's see what's going on over here. I think it's hilarious how they make Happy Corbin come with hit another gimmick, which is like just a great idea. And that's something I love about Baron Corbin. He has all these different gimmicks, and it feels like he's always changing gimmicks. And some are a little drier than others, and not all of them are great. I think the Bum Corbin might have been the most entertaining, because I feel like the audience kind of started getting behind him in a way, and then they kind of ruined it with him winning at the casino or whatnot. So we do get this nice cloth kind of, I'm not sure how to describe this material. It's a nice cloth white shirt. It's like a button-up shirt. It does come with that reddish stain right there. I'm not sure what that's from. I do remember that being on TV, though. I'm just not exactly sure what that was from. And then he does come with mic holding hands, which are just like, you know, the hands that every Mattel figure needs to come with. And I'm really mad because a lot of the time when we get the Jeff Hardy figures, they don't come with the mic holding hands, as well as the Rey Mysterios. I feel like there's never really mic holding hands, which is kind of lame. And then we do get the Bum Corbin head sculpt right here, which is the one I'm going to be displaying this figure with. Very cool. And then we get Happy Corbin out of the package, and this is a long overdue that we're getting a Baron Corbin figure in the Elite line. It's been forever, but just pointing this out right now, this figure does look fantastic out of package, more so out of package than in package. I love the sleeve sculpt with the arms. I think this is brand new. That I don't think we've ever seen this before. And then I do believe this is a new upper torso as well. I could be wrong, but I do believe it is a new upper torso. And then we do get the black pants that we've seen with the other suited bodies, as well as the regular dress shoes. One thing that I would have preferred over the pants, or over this specific mold, is like a newer mold, because I'm not the biggest fan of this articulation with like, it's just so different, and just, you get that weird gap right there in the crotch. And I feel like we've kind of moved past that with our figures, like overall, like through time, we've like kind of like evolved with that kind of look, and I feel like we should evolve away from this specific lower torso, and because it feels like such an old torso. It's just, and you see the cuts and stuff, and it's not a terrible torso. It's not terrible. I think it works for this figure, but it just reminds me of like JBL or something, and I don't know. I don't know. Could be speaking out of my butt once again. But we do get the Happy Corbin here with the nice orange and black shirt, looking really cool. We do get his tats on his arms with the open chopping hands right there. And then we do get that awesome smiling head sculpt with the hat. Very cool. And you can remove the hat to see a bald Corbin. Putting that back on. Popping off this head. And then we can pop off the Bum Corbin head sculpt. Looks all bummed out. And I love this. I love how they incorporated two different gimmicks into one figure. And I think they kind of like get you. Because like, at first you're like, oh, I'm buying a Happy Corbin figure. And they're like, oh, wait, it comes with another gimmick in the figure itself with the Bum Corbin. And I know it all kind of ties together. The gimmick kind of tied together. It's all like in the same storyline. But there we do get the Bum Corbin. And this is interesting. I'm not going to crap on this. I think that this is better. I don't know. I kind of like the sculpted shirt underneath, but at the same time, I like this gimmick more. I feel like this shirt's a little big. Just my opinion. I feel like it's a little big for this figure. I don't know. It kind of looks like he's like a mad scientist. But we do get the bummed look on his face right there, looking all sad. And then we get the awesome shirt underneath. Not underneath, sorry. We do see the shirt underneath, but we do see the shirt right here. The cloth shirt with the kind of stained look right there. I'm not exactly sure what that's from. Leave it in the comments down below. When did he get that stain? Is that blood? Or was it always there? But we do get Bum Corbin right here, which is freaking awesome. And I think should go high up on the rankings list. In the next video where we do the other 3 figures in the set, we will do a ranking of the set as a whole. But we do get the Brock Lesnar right here with the WWE title, as well as the Queen Zelina. These 3 figures are outstanding, and I would definitely pick these up at Ringside Collectibles using discount code Tanner, as well as taking advantage of those sales. Like, we got some cheap AEW figure sales right now. I saw a sale, there's like couple AEW figures were on sale for like $4 or $5. So like, if you can't afford Elites right now, or the like Ultimate Edition figures, or whatever it is, like AEW figures, Unrivaled figures, if you can't afford those right now, go to Ringside Collectibles, look at that sale, and use discount code Tanner to save even more money off. Like, you're gonna pay very little on these sales. So make sure to go to Ringside Collectibles, check it out. Make sure to pick these figures up today. They are outstanding, and I'm giving this wave so far a solid 10 out of 10. I'm enjoying it, and I know I complained a lot about these figures, but I'm critiquing them. I'm not here to, like, you know, like, say that they're the best figures ever, because they're not. But I'm enjoying it, and as long as I'm enjoying it and I think they're cool, then I'm going to give them a 10 out of 10. But that is it for this video review, guys. Make sure to go to Ringside Collectibles once again. Take advantage of those sales. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment down below. WWE Fan Talk Show.